Okay.
Reach around there and grab a snapshot real quick.
Sure.
While you've got that open before you start. I think I can get it.
You're on it.
I gotta put the flash on it.
You got her.
Thank you.
Alright, we are down in the basement at 11132 Chase Way in the closet off the little downstairs bedroom, because here in a little panel access is a nice 3-inch clean out. Now this age of home, we should have ABS pipe, which is this black stuff, under the home, and then we should have PVC out to the city sewer. So the main thing we're going to be looking for on most of these is poor slope, and then any sign of any kind of abuse that might mean it needs to be cleaned, even though it's newer plumbing. So far the ABS looks great. Very little buildup, some typical staining, some soap residue, and that's about it. That means we're getting near the foundation wall, because that screw cap there was the test cap that is for final inspection by the city. Here is our union with the PVC. You'll notice it's not perfectly aligned. That's because PVC and ABS plastics are entirely different types of plastic. They do not use the same kind of glue. So this is put together with a rubber and steel reinforced connection, and it's not always lined up perfectly. It is watertight, and in this case the only gap there is at all is at the top of the pipe. That is a perfectly functional union. Very little staining. The watermarks are all nice and low. No debris. So whoever is living here is not abusing the sewer at all. A little bit more staining out here. A little bump in the bottom there. That means that this was laid on something that was probably had a rock in it or something, but it hasn't broke. Just make a little bump at the bottom. Actually, when you see mountain homes, you'll see lots of those because the soil is so rocky. This one is a little bit jagged looking again. That's probably because they didn't use a glue fitting here. It's probably got a rubber fitting as well. The staining's much heavier through here. The water marks are a little higher, but they're still well within reason. I'm not quite sure why that staining was so heavy at that spot. That's our tap coming up out there at 94 feet. And we'll call it 95. Looks really good. We're going to pause right now. We're going to go flush the toilet a few times, and then we're going to come back through here, and I want to make sure none of those areas where the staining looked a little heavier are associated with any kind of flow issues. So we're going to pause. Alright, so we flushed a few times. All that water is already reaching us, so that does suggest that there's no place along the way that the water's stalling out. So we're going to come on back through here and make sure of that, but it does appear to be flowing through there just fine. I'm not sure why that one area seems to have so much buildup. The area that's got the darker buildup, but there's absolutely no flow issues there. So this line's fine. I'm not quite sure why it has that staining higher up, but the flow is fine, and there is absolutely nothing structurally wrong in this sewer. It's possible that something got put down the line that temporarily restricted flow. Back inside the house. all looks good. There's nowhere we've got water pooling anywhere. We are back at our clean out and coming up. And that is our sewer. So we will stop right there.